So we've just seen that these elements are arranged in increasing atomic number. Hydrogen has 1, helium has 2. Okay, and then we can remember this by using the mnemonic hello hello. Listen to BBC News on Friday night. Some men are selling pizza, so contact Argon Pizza Company. Here the listen to are together for lithium. Now let's move on to electronic configuration. Electronic configuration refers to the way electrons are arranged in an atom. The way electrons are distributed in an atom. Now, in an atom, the first shell can take a maximum of 2 electrons. When we say the first shell, we're talking about the innermost shell closest to the nucleus. The outer shells can take a maximum of 8 electrons each. Now, in naming the electrons, we have K for the first shell, for the innermost shell, followed by L to M, N, and so on. Okay, now remember we said that the outermost shell is the valence shell. When we say valency, it is the combining power of an element. Now, in our previous video, we saw elements and their atomic numbers. So over here I have calcium, and then we have 40 here, 20 here. The atomic number of calcium is the one here at the bottom. When I write oxygen, O, and then I put 8 and then 16 here, the bottom 8 is our atomic number. Now there are 2 ways we can do this. We can list the atomic number, or we can list the electronic configuration, or we can draw the electronic configuration. For oxygen, oxygen has 8 electrons. So let me draw my nucleus neatly. This is my nucleus. Then, next to the nucleus is my K shell. My K shell is the first shell next to the nucleus. So I'm going to put 8 electrons on this K shell. But I cannot do that. So I only put 2 there because the rule says that the innermost shell takes a maximum of 2. So I cannot put 8 over there. I can only put 2. So when I take 2 away from 8, I'm left with 6 electrons that I need to put on a shell. That means the next shell is going to take all these 6 electrons. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So when I count all these electrons I've put here, I'm supposed to get 8. Let me see if I did the right thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means this is the drawn form of the electronic configuration of oxygen. Now, this can be listed as 2, 8. 2 for the innermost shell, 8 for the 2, 6. 2 for the innermost shell, and 6 for the next shell. Now let's go on to calcium. Calcium has 20. So we're going to put 2 in the innermost shell. 20 take away 2 is 18. Now the next shell can take a maximum of 8. It is only the innermost shell that can take 2. All the rest take maximums of 8. So if we've put 2 in the innermost shell, the next shell is going to take a maximum of 8. Now take 8 away from 18. We get 10. That means the next shell can take its maximum of 8. 10 take away 8. That will give us 2. And that means our last shell will only have 2 electrons on it. We can draw it just as we drew this, but for the sake of time, we are going to end here. We are going to end the electronic configuration here. But keep in mind that we can draw in this form where the innermost shell takes a maximum of 2 and then the rest take maximums of 8 each. Or we can list in this form where the innermost will take 2 and then the rest will take maximums of 8 each, provided we have more electrons to share.